Now we will get to number 42. And number 42 is another controversial inclusion.
Number 42, Anthony Davis.
So Anthony Davis's top line resume is a clear no doubt guy, but then it gets a little hazier. So he's 4-time first team All-NBA, which, as I mentioned just a moment ago, that's the same number Dirk and Kevin Garnett, two of the greatest power forwards ever. But he has no second or third team All-NBAs. He just has those first team All-NBAs. He was third in the MVP voting in 2018. And by the way, he has another top 5. So he already has 2 top 5 MVPs. We know he's a great defensive player, 4-time All-Defense, 3-time champion, blocks champion. The question, though, is the resume thick enough? If he had a bigger body of work, his top-level talent and his top-level achievements, if the body of work were bigger, would have him higher than 42. I'm comfortable with where he is because even though his playoff resume does not span many games, he has an underrated, unbelievable playoff resume. So I'm going to tell you some things I'm certain you don't know about Anthony Davis. He is, for his career, 27 points per game in the postseason. That's good enough for top 10 all time. During that title run, he was 28-10. He was the second best player on a champion. That has to matter. He goes to the Lakers. They immediately win the title. He's second best player. And the first 2 games of those finals, which were the first 2 finals games of his career, how does he answer the bell? 34-9, followed by 32-14. After 2 games of those NBA finals, looked like, man, is Anthony Davis going to be finals MVP? Maybe. But it wasn't like he had just started showing up to the playoffs with those finals. When he was with New Orleans, not only did they sweep Portland, people forget this game, I don't, to win his first playoff series ever. Game 4 against Portland. 47-10. 47-10 to send the Blazers, who were favored in the series, home. Then, in his first playoff series with the Lakers, to close out Portland, 40-9. The next round against Houston, he was good. Don't forget the Western Conference Finals. Western Conference Finals. Hey, battle of the big men. Jokic versus Anthony Davis. Jokic would go on to win the next MVP and damn near win another MVP right after. So how did Anthony Davis end up doing it? How did he do against Jokic? Not only winning 5, he averaged for the series 31-6 against a guy who would then immediately become, in some circles, the best player in the league. He had a buzzer-beating playoff game-winning 3 in that series. And so I think that the playoff resume, again, doesn't have a ton of games. He has 39 career playoff games. He's scored 25 or more in 29 of them. So he has shown up. And as far as his regular season resume, the MVP finishes, the All-NBAs speak to it. Here's another thing. Career in the regular season, 23-10. Some context. In the last 50 years, so from this list, our start of it, how many 20-10 regular season guys do you think there are? He's 23-10. There's 10 other guys in the last 50 years to average 20-10 for their careers. He's at 23-10. So the championship, the peak in New Orleans, the playoff run with the Lakers, the fact that I think this list will look stupid as soon as 2 or 3 years from now if he's not included. He has to be on it. I know he became, because he got hurt this year again, somewhat he shouldn't have been top 75 guy. Let's be honest. And Davis top 75 guy. And we're not including what you do in college, but the title run at Kentucky matters at least a little bit as number 1 pick, title at Kentucky, amazing immediately. Sounds like he's top 75 guy. We have an Anthony Davis caller, I do believe.
Anthony Davis. Always injured Anthony Davis. 2 playoff appearances in 7 years in New Orleans, Anthony Davis. That's who you got in your top 50. I can't wait to find out where you have Kevin Love.
Okay. Comparing Anthony Davis to Kevin Love is just totally disingenuous. Anthony Davis didn't have a lot of success in New Orleans, but he had more success in New Orleans than Kevin Love did in Minnesota. And Kevin Love, when he did team up with LeBron, was not the second best guy averaging 28-10 in a playoff run. He was the clear and obvious third best guy who became a liability at spots in the playoff run. So that's That's just not a fair comp. And I understand he doesn't have, and I said it before, I'll say it again, the volume you would love to have, but the top level production's so good, plus never backing down in the playoffs. Again, top 10 all-time playoff points per game. A guy who in his first playoff series victory closed it with a 47-10. His first playoff series with the Lakers closed it with a 40-10. Opened his first 2 career NBA Finals games with 32 and 34. Top 75 player. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.